At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. And that old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
If you grill it, he will come.
Hey.
Is this heaven?
Nope. It's fairway.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders, it's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm-strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on a successful year, and remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
Welcome to the Class 2A semifinals here at the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Blake Walker, Joanna Settles with you here, and we are in for a good one. It is the 1 seed, the 45-3 Denver Cyclones taking on the 4 seed, 30-15 Dike-New Hartford Wolverines. Joanna, these two teams since 2008 at the beginning of the Bound era have played 29 times. Denver has only beaten Dike-New Hartford once, and it was this year. And Denver is, in some cases, the favorite coming in. As Dike-New Hartford, the Peterson twins are gone. Time has moved on. I don't know. This is going to be really good. And I can tell you one thing that's really up for grabs today. Since 2009, only Western Christian and Dike-New Hartford have won the state title in Class 2A. It has been either Western Christian or Dike-New Hartford. Denver would love to put their name right there.
They sure would, but Coach Diane Harms from Dike-New Hartford does not like to lose. So lots of fresh faces on the court in blue and white today, but they have been trained from a very young age. They know how to do things, but Coach Harms, it just shows you how great of a coach that she is to be able to not only have a successful season, but to be here in this semifinal match.
The Wolverines have obviously gotten the best of the Cyclones a ton in the past, but Denver, take a look at how they got here for both these two teams. The Cyclones defeated Boyden Hull 3-0. Not convincing fashion, but took care of business. Channing Johnson, we'll talk about her a lot today. She has been a star since a freshman. She's now just a junior, 25 assists, 6 kills, and 2 aces. On the other side, in my opinion, was kind of, not a shocker, but it was definitely an eye-opener. Dike-New Hartford handled Appleton Parkersburg with ease in the first round. Izzy Norton, 12 kills, 9 digs, a .320 hitting percentage. Norton and Lucy Varney were huge off of last year's team, so they didn't lose everybody. It's just they lost a couple, but they've stepped up big this year.
They sure have. It's nice to have that leadership and that experience as they prepare for today.
These teams have only played twice this year. Denver took the first one in a tournament back on September 21st. In a game of best of 5, though, Dike-New Hartford won it 3-1. The Cyclones are heavy favorites for this Class 2A championship. But of course, you're going to have to go through Dike-New Hartford. It's going to be a fun one. We're going to take a break and be back for your starting lineups. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, a 5th-generation farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau.
And I'm Erin Gerlich, executive director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We're excited to have you join us for the Girls State Volleyball Tournament.
As title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we're proud to support this fantastic event. At the Iowa Farm Bureau, we believe that strong farms and strong schools go hand in hand. Iowa farmers are some of the most productive individuals in our state, working endlessly to grow and raise nutritious food and sustain our communities. Student athletes are also incredibly productive, dedicating countless hours to train and excel in their sports. Partnering with the Girls Union allows us to celebrate both groups while supporting and empowering the Iowa girl.
Reaching the state tournament is no small feat, and it takes a strong support system. Thanks to the Iowa Farm Bureau, we're able to honor students for their outstanding achievements, both on the court and in the classroom. They are committed to your success, helping provide awards, grants, and scholarships to honor excellence in athletics and academics.
As Iowans, we have much to be proud of. Whether you're a student competing today or a fan cheering on your school, we all play a role in making our state shine. So from the Iowa Farm Bureau
and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union,
congratulations on a fantastic season and best of luck in the tournament games.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network here at the Girls State Volleyball Tournament. Blake Walker, Joanna settles with you here, just a few minutes away from Class 2A semifinals. Dike-New, Hartford, and Denver. These two have met so many times, not just in conference play with the NICL, which, boy, what a year for the NICL. Had 8 teams in the regional championships and brought 4 here to the state tournament. That's just behind the CIML, which brought 5, and that's a 5A school, so that tells you how good the North Iowa Cedar League is. We talked about Diane Harms, just eclipsed 1,100 career wins. I mean, she's all-time. Arguably the best coach that state has ever seen in volleyball. I mean, the ability to do it, and give a little bit of insight here, Joanna, but it really just goes down to coaching. And clearly there must be a good enough youth program that just keeps these girls churning out amazing athletes.
Yes, she's got quite a team of coaches and parents put together. They start young. When they're little, they know how to run a 6'2", which is a little tricky. A lot of middle schools don't even do that or know what it is or think it's too hard, and she probably expects fourth graders to do it. I know at Western Christian in fourth grade they start running a 6'2". So she really does coach to perfection, takes any athlete, and she's changing things up this year. You'll see a 6'2" out of Dike-New Hartford, and it's been a 5'1" for many years. Talking with other people around the tournament this weekend, a lot of people looked at this class. Obviously, Dike-New Hartford and Western Christian have combined won every single state title in 2A dating back to 2010, technically, because in 2009, Mount Vernon broke that streak that started, and then before that, it was still all Western Christian. But a lot of thoughts are coming from the state champion might be found in this game. Nothing against the other side. Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont took care of Regina. Beckman Catholic took care of South Hardin, so that's going to be a great match in itself. Beckman Catholic is a really good, well-rounded team. Meanwhile, EBF has the Schaefer sisters, which are just unbelievable between Kate and Molly, but a lot of people feel these two teams right here could be the one that we see. I don't know. I was sure impressed by Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont yesterday. Kate and Molly are so good together. So fun. And Molly hits the ball so well. They're both headed to UNI, so they'll be college teammates next year with many former Dike-New Hartford players like Lauren Bixby and Jaden Peterson. So I don't know, this mix-up, you've seen Denver at the top all year long, ranked #1. We'll see if it can hold true. It's been a great class. Class 2A has been great. I think of Hinton as well. Unfortunately, didn't make the state tournament as Bailey Boavie tore her ACL in the middle of the season. Just a crushing blow for Hinton, just missing the state tournament. But nonetheless, it's one of the best conferences in the state for volleyball, one of the best classes. Let's send it down to your PA announcer for our starting lineups.
Welcome to Semifinal Wednesday and today's 2024 Girls State Volleyball 2A Semifinal matchup featuring the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines and the Denver Cyclones. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union promotes good sportsmanship by participants, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting all these people in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments, or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives, or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We thank you for your cooperation and invite you to just enjoy the game. All right, fans, it's now time to introduce the players for today's 2A semifinal matchup. First of all, let's meet the team from Dike-New Hartford. Here are the Wolverines. Your non-starters, number 2, Haley Badker.
Substitution.
Number 3, Addie Jocelyn. Number 5, Sophia Bennett.
Will serve.
Number 8, Riley Reichs. Number 9, Kaylin Meester. Number 10, Abby Jensen. Number 13, Mallory Peterson. And number 15, Autumn Meester. Your assistant coaches, Lawrence Harms and Abby Benworth. Now here's your starting lineup for the Wolverines of Dike-New Hartford. A 5'5" senior, number 1, Lucy Barney. 5'7" senior, number 6, Maddie Fusco. 5'7" freshman, number 7, Aubrey Ash. A 5'8" senior, number 11, Izzy Norton. A 5'9" senior, number 12, Shannon Moorman. And a 5'11" junior, number 14, Keely Cowton. Your libero is a 5'3" freshman, number 4, Ruby Barney. Head coach of the Wolverines, Diane Harms. Now let's meet the team from Denver. Here are the Cyclones. Your non-starters, number 2, Mackenzie Simmons. Number 5, Mackenzie McEwen. Number 6, Riley Ackerson. Number 7, Molly Tierney. Number 10, Madeline Hildebrandt. Number 11, Lexi Benham. Number 20, Ava McPherson. And number 23, Haley Wilson.
Number 6,
Your assistant coaches, Paul Gable and Megan Newbrow.
It remains match point.
Now, here's your starting lineup for the Cyclones of Denver. A 5'11" junior, number 1, Channing Johnson. 5'10" senior, number 8, Maya Rosecrans. 5'11" junior number 12, Bailey Mullahan. 5'8" freshman number 14, Adina Murch. 5'11" junior number 17, Grace Mullahan. And a 6'1" junior number 18, Miley Thurm. Your libero is a 5'7" senior number 15, Elena Akers. Head coach for the Cyclones, Jamie Johnson. Now fans, let me introduce to you the officials for this 2A semifinal as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. First referee, Chris Armstrong. Second referee, Kim Pettick. Line judges, Brandon Slaughter and Jennifer Lewis.
Awards presentation. In addition to
all right, it's time to play state tournament volleyball.
We are ready to go. The 1 seed, the Denver Cyclones, taking on the 4 seed, the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines. Two teams very familiar with the state tournament here at the volleyball level. Two teams that are very familiar with themselves. Dike-New Hartford has won 28 out of the last 29 matchups. Denver's lone win coming this season. Dike-New Hartford did win the last match of the year between these two in October. So here we go. This is going to be a fun one. Dike-New Hartford, 15 losses coming into the state tournament. That is the most they've had in the last 15 years getting here, but don't tell that to them. That was a very hard schedule that they've come out. That's just one thing about Coach Harms. She's going to challenge her girls. That's about what you're going to see.
Yes, she doesn't want to back down, and she wants to keep them challenged, find those weaknesses, and turn them into strengths.
The Class 3A final is set. Western Christian defeats West Delaware, so it'll be Mount Vernon versus Western Christian. That'll be a fun one. All right, Dike-New Hartford is on the right side of your screen. They are in white. Denver is on the left side of your screen in black.
And who to look for? Your leader in kills from both teams. On the right side, Dike-New Hartford, number 11, Izzy Norton. And on the left side, from Denver, it's number 12, one of the twins. It's Bailey Mullahan.
Maya Rosecrans will start us off, and we are underway in your Class 2A semifinals. As that one's already off to start for Denver.
I didn't see it go over, so I appreciate the call.
It was very close. I know that for sure. Cyclones are on the board first.
Yes, Diane loves to run the offense through the middle, so they'll go there often.
They set up to the other side, and that one's sent long on an attack by Maddie Buskell, the senior.
We were just talking about the errors. They're having more errors this year. One thing about having such superstars in the class before you is you don't get to play and have as much experience, and so that's what you're seeing there.
That one a little long, saved on the back line by Adina Murch. And dropped in. Dike-New Hartford is on the board. And another thing, the Peterson twins played as freshmen. I mean, it's not, those were two spots, two players on your starting varsity roster that took up space, if you will, for their 4 years. I mean, you make a good point that they just didn't have time to play these guys.
No, you know, they were battling it out at the JV level the last few years, waiting for their turn. Their turn is now.
That one blocked back, and Denver can't get to it. Nice job up front by Keely Cotton. Nice bounce back there for the Wolverines. Tied at 2 here to start things going.
Dike-New Hartford running a 6-2 offense. They have 2 setters. Why is that? Well, first of all, they're not as tall as they usually had for their setters. Number 1, Lucy Varney, is 5'5", and 3 is Addie Jocelyn. They'll take turns. She's 5'7", so usually you need a taller person to be able to put a block up at 5'5". It's difficult to do so they'll run more substitutions.
Adina Murch, yep, on the kill that last time around. Swing attempt by Cotton's not going to get there, and then Denver drops one right in the middle. No, it's a point to Dike-New Hartford. Not sure what they called there. Or if they called anything.
They must have called a carry.
Either way, tied at 3 apiece. Set up to the far side. Kill attempts. Not going to drop that time for Bailey Mullahan. Wolverines take back the lead and brings on Ruby Varney, a very talented freshman. So there you go. There's your freshmen getting playing time early under Diane Harms.
Yeah, so many. It's rare for those freshmen to play. There's a big block inside. That's Grace Mullahan with a big block. The middles for Denver are sensational, standing at 5'11 and 6'1 respectively. Grace Mullahan and Miley Thurm, they have 67 blocks apiece this season.
Channel Seeds service ace for Brindley Ackerson. Aces in today's match are brought to you by Channel Seeds, your local seeds dealer. Visit channelseed.com today. 5-4 lead for the Cyclones here early. That one knocked back over. And whistle is blown in the net violation on Denver. So a couple mistakes here early by the Cyclones. And I believe they're checking with the scores table. There you go. There's your IMT insurance substitutions. All substitutions at the state tournament brought to you by our friends over at IMT. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Knotted at 5 here in the early going of set number 1. This one knocked up in the air and a swat back down. Denver has to get it across, and they do. Pushed over, back and forth. Up front is Maddie Hildebrandt. Close play at the net, knocked over. And kept alive by Akers. And Denver takes the point.
I don't think that's where she meant that high ball to go. Dike-New Hartford trying to take advantage. You can see some youthfulness here in their errors and just the lack of experience they have. But they're playing well.
Service ace once again for the Cyclones.
It feels like all the momentum is on Denver's side, but they're only up by 2, 7-5.
Channing Johnson, haven't called her name a ton. Junior setter, 5'11". Will send this one on the way. Set up by Addie Jocelyn. Now the kill attempt drops in for Izzy Norton. Boy, she had a good first round match.
Yes, that line shot is impressive.
Now Izzy will serve, one of the captains on this team. Couple captains, 5 captains to be exact on this Dike-New Hartford team. Norton on the serve, Dike-New Hartford trailing by 1. Pushed up in the middle, here comes Aubrey Ash in there. They try to go for the block, and will they be able to get it across? Yes, they do. Good effort there. Varney was the one to send it over. Here comes a kill attack that won't go. Nice job by Norton on the back line, and we play on. Near side ball, not there. Pushed over to the other side. Nicely done by Shannon Mormon. Those long volleys always bring so much momentum.
They sure do. The crowd gets excited.
Cyclones trying to get back in rhythm, and they do. Miley Thurm. A lot of good juniors on this Denver team, I can tell you that. Not senior heavy by any means. An 8-7 advantage for the Cyclones here in the early going. Addie Jocelyn sets back up. That one just barely going to get over the net for Aubrey Ash, another freshman.
Yeah, really smart play there. Very headsy to come with the off speed. That defense was not expecting that.
Both teams a couple substitutions. Number 10, Abby Jensen, another captain, a junior on Dike-New Hartford, coming on to serve. Game knotted at 8. Dumped over by Thurm. Everybody clears out for the Wolverines. Here comes an attack that gets blocked by Thurm. Miley Thurm has been busy here early, and she'll take a seat for a quick rest. Brings on Alania Akers, a senior on to serve. Near side to Ash. Dump over by Channing Johnson. They reset to the other side. Going to be a tough ball for Varney, and couldn't get it across.
Such great effort defensively by Addie Jocelyn to cover right behind the block. That is, you can't just do that. You have to practice over and over to make sure your weight is forward and that you can pop that ball up.
Akers serves that one into the net on a service error. Gives Dike-New Hartford the ball back, trailing by 1. Back and forth we go here in the early goings of this one. Between Dike-New Hartford and Denver, 2 North Iowa Cedar League foes. A league that sent 4 teams here to the state tournament. South Hardin, Appleton Parkersburg, also a part of that. Ash across, set up in the middle by Akers. Here comes a backside attack by Adina Murch. Tell you what, the kills are also pretty spread out here for Denver.
They are, and they were in the last game. Last game they had 8 different athletes with at least 1 kill. Such a balanced offense.
That one airmailed just a little long for Maddie Buskell. That's the 2nd time today for her. Again, attack errors cost Dike-New Hartford in the loss to Denver earlier this season. 11 attack errors to 6 for Denver. Wolverines trying to mend that here this time around. Nice pickup on the back line by Mackenzie McEwen. Now a pushover by the Wolverines. Denver got a free ball, now jumped across. Buskell to the other side, a little long. Denver corrals. Volley continues. Buskell. Now back to the middle to McEwen. Norton from the middle. Not there. Volley continues. And that time going to catch the edge and off the hand for Aubrey Ash, the freshman. I'm impressed with her so far.
Yes. It's all about timing, is it, right? If she was a junior, she probably wouldn't have even seen much playing time. And here, she's a freshman and gets the go-ahead to start this year.
Just kind of how it works. 12-10, Denver on top. There's a really nice play by the Cyclones.
Boom, Grace Mullahan.
She's had a couple big plays today already. 5'11" junior. Madeline Hildebrandt, another junior on to serve. I'm telling you, it's a lot of juniors. They're going to have a big senior class this year, but they're going to enjoy the juniors while they have them here. Wolverines trying to cut back into that deficit. Izzy Norton puts that thing in the net. 14-10, Denver.
Another thing to watch is Dike-New Hartford's libero in blue on your right. It's Ruby Varney. She holds her platform to target for a long time. She doesn't get that one, but watch when she gets the ball. She really holds her platform.
Locked back up front, Grace Mullahan. Working hard. Denver leads 15-10. We will take a timeout and be right back.
Wow. Nice run.
Yeah. They look good here early.
They look older, more confident,
it just kind of looks
experienced, which
young.
You would expect.
Yep.
But they're here.
Yep. They just look a little young. But man, all juniors.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament. Denver on top of Dike-New Hartford here in set number 1, 15-10. Blake Walker, Joanna Settles with you here. Madeline Hildebrandt will come on and serve here for the Cyclones. A couple really good serves by Denver have set up really good possessions. They set up to the other side, and that one's going to drop for Bailey Mullahan. So the Mullahan sisters are getting in on it. How about this start by Denver? 16-10.
That's why they've been ranked number 1 all year. You think that the top twin duo in the state and EBF wants to challenge that.
That one somehow, I don't know if it was on purpose or what, but Channing Johnson.
She's done that before. It's so fun to see great setters. She's 5'11", so they run a 5-1 offense with her so she can stay in the game the whole time. She can block, and boy, can she tip.
She just kind of backed that one back over the net and worked out just fine. Izzy Norton tries her luck, can't get it to go. Set up by Varney. Other side to Buskell, and couldn't get it. Boy, Maddie's just missed a couple. Just missed a couple over there. It feels like it's going to drop eventually, but just hasn't been her day to start. 18-10, Denver.
Yes, she's over-rotating a bit, which makes them go wide right.
2 Wolverines hit the floor. And that one saved. Now everybody hit the deck. 2 Cyclones collide again. Now they go back to the other side. Mullahan gets it blocked. Bailey tries again. Another longer volley here. Izzy Norton takes a shot. Nothing there. Set up by Channing Johnson. To the back corner. Did she get it? Yes, she did.
Yeah, she tried it a few plays ago, and it didn't drop. And she knows that, especially deep in a volley, that setter dump on 2 should work, especially deep.
19-10 Denver. What a start for the Cyclones. Norton just tried to hug the line and couldn't get it. 20-10. And Coach Harms will take another timeout. 20-10, Denver on top of Dike-New Hartford here in set number 1.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more.
Nicely set down the middle. Lucy Varney will serve. The lead is 8 for the Cyclones. Trying to finish things off here in set number 1. Mullahan got it. Past the block. Bailey's got that side covered. No doubt about that. And it will be Riley Ackerson in to serve off the IMT insurance substitution. That one barely skims the net. Now set up in the middle. Almost there for Shannon Mormon. Varney sets back up. Now a push across by Lucy Varney. Varney to Varney connection, but Denver connects on the other side.
Yes.
Thurham surprised herself.
Yes. Sometimes you just go with it, and she did, and places it perfectly into the open space on the court.
Dike-New Hartford is out of timeouts here in set number 1, so they're going to have to run with what they've got. Mullahan again. So much power by Bailey Mullahan.
It is, and Miley Thurham's block is big, and it's tough to get around. Dike-New Hartford struggling to do that. They have to stay aggressive and continue to try to power through.
Cyclones are 2 points away. Now they set up in the middle, and that one too long. Not touched. Set point for Denver. Joanna and I were talking about it. This has got to be one of the lower point totals that we've ever seen from Dike-New Hartford. Maybe not regular season, but definitely state tournament in a set. Set point for the Cyclones. Buskell gets blocked. Bailey Mullahan. Who else? 25-12. Denver dominates set number 1 over Dike-New Hartford. Cyclones looking good. We'll be back for set number 2. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
On paper.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Slate's the place for you!
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament. Blake Walker, Joanna Settles with you here. Denver takes set number 1 over Dike-New Hartford 25-12. Did not see that coming. I don't think many people saw it coming.
No, I think we're a little stunned.
Yeah.
However, Coach Jamie Johnson has this team ready to go. They have so much energy, so much fire. They're not. This is their 5th consecutive year here. They're experienced here. She's ready to go. Super impressed by Denver Cyclones.
We'll see how it shapes up here in set number 2. Boy, a 2-0 lead would be great for Denver. And Coach Johnson, who, as he said, has just really put things together here. Jamie, 240 wins this season, count it 241 now after the state tournament. 92 losses, coached here at Denver for 5 years, 9 years overall coaching. We'll set things up here in set number 2.
Dike-New Hartford finished that set still hitting in the negative, where Denver was 242. I expect Denver to continue to hit well, and Dike-New Hartford definitely needs to improve on their hitting and not be as scared of that huge block that Denver has in the middle.
Wolverines have 12 attack errors. Denver has 2. That's a stat to circle. And there's a good start for the Cyclones. Maya Rosecrans, who's really just kind of in as a rotational server, is able to get the point. She'll serve again. Winner of this one takes on either Beckman Catholic or Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont in the state championship game tomorrow. That one sails long. It's 2-0.
Yes, the ball.
Attack errors, attack errors, attack errors. That's 13.
Yep, here's the lefty server.
Set up in the middle. Block back. Grace Mullahan. 3-0 Denver.
She's over 70 kills now for solo, or 70 blocks now for solo blocks on the season.
What a run here to start. Rosecrans again on the serve. They go to the near side for Ash. Had a pretty good first set, and that one drops awkwardly in front of the net. Point goes to Dike-New Hartford. They're on the board. Now, it was not all negatives in the first set for Dike-New Hartford. Had a couple good plays. Izzy Norton started to get going, and then Maddie Buskell also started to get going. So I think for the Wolverines, just at this point, trying to settle in here. That one almost dropped past the block. Now Varney goes after it. Free ball for Norton. That one's set up. Over to the other side, Buskell. Nothing there. Johnson tries the backhander like she did earlier. Norton gets it. Block back.
That's right. It was a great read by Ruby Varney to pick up that setter dump by Channing Johnson. But they can't keep the point.
Let's take a look at individual stats, seeing if anything jumps off the page. Your kill leaders, Bailey Mullahan has 3 for Denver, 3 for Aubrey Ash for Dike-New Hartford. Lucy Varney with 6 assists, Channing Johnson with 8. Strong attack by Norton, nothing on it. Now set up by Lucy Varney. And awkwardly bounces around, and Denver takes it. On the block.
Channing Johnson with a big block there.
Madeline Hildebrand on to serve. Bumped back, Buskell. Got it.
Buskell started a little slow.
Yeah.
Now she's caught fire.
Yeah, now she's starting to figure it out. She's got enough power to really cause issues, and that's exactly what she did there. Serve on the way, just picked up in the middle, and a dump across. Wolverines are right there. Mullahan was there, and in the net for Dike-New Hartford. Players didn't agree with it, but Diane Harms did. She was shaking her head. Diane might be one of the more calmer coaches that you'll see on the sidelines. Just kind of keeping her girls in check.
She's done most of her work in practice.
Blocked back again.
Channing Johnson and Miley Thurm not letting a thing through.
I will say, then you look at the other end for Coach Jamie Johnson. Looks like she could hop in and play at any moment if she wanted to, the way she sometimes jumps around on the court. 7-2, Denver leads. We'll be right back.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Set number 2, Denver on top 7-0 here at the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament. Blake Walker, Joanna Settles with you here. A lead for Denver. Riley Ackerson will serve out of the Dike-New Hartford timeout. Norton got it. Just past a couple Cyclone defenders.
Yes, that's just what the Wolverines needed. Forces the double substitution here. Talk about the investment into this program by Coach Diane Harms. She always, in the off season, she coaches the 14U, which are the 8th graders, so she knows what the program has coming up. She's not able to coach the high school girls, but she's in gyms all year long coaching the younger ladies. So she's coached a lot of these the last few years.
Helps her, helps the 8th graders coming up for sure to know what they have.
Yes, then they'll learn the system.
Off the block, point goes to the Cyclones.
Miley Thurm kind of having a heyday here.
Yeah, she is.
Dike-New Hartford is outsized today.
Outsized really has been this year. I mean, it's just not, they don't have the size that they've had.
They just went against a triple block there.
Wolverines set up again. That was Addie Jocelyn. Now Channing Johnson goes behind her head and out. Wolverines take it. Able to chop the run a little bit. IMT Insurance Substitution. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. Aubrey Ash checks in. She's had a couple big plays today for the Wolverines. That one just barely scoots over the net. It's a channel seat service ace for Izzy Norton. Brings it back within 3. Channing Johnson sets up Mullahan. Not quite there. Now they go back to Ash, and Ash gets it swatted back by guess who? Miley Thurm. How many blocks does she have?
She's got a whole town.
My goodness. I think the blocks might be a little off. Maybe it says Channing Johnson has 5. I'll have to go back and check once it loads up again. 9-5, Denver leads. Ash misses long, 10-5. Beckman Catholic and Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont have just started over on court number 2. The winner of that game will play the winner of our game tomorrow in the championships. Ball at the net. Nice play up front by Addie Jocelyn to meet, and the whistle blows, though. I think they were in the net. Denver extends their lead by 6. All championships going to finish up by tomorrow. Girls Union likes to try to finish it up because state football playoffs take place on Friday, so trying to keep everyone out. That's a service ace that barely catches the back line, but nonetheless an ace for Bailey Mullahan. The Cyclones are rolling. Mullahan again. Pushed up in the middle and blocked back. Miley Thurm. Dike-New Hartford has used one timeout, and now they will use their second. 13-5, all Denver in set number 2.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Denver on top, 1-0 overall, 13-5 here in set number 2. And Joanna Diane Harms has no timeouts left.
No, I like that she takes them early, trying to keep it tight. Obviously, this thing's kind of getting away from them, but Denver just dominant at the net. Only one block solo from Grace Mullahan, but 19 total blocks as a team when you include the solo and all of the block assists. That number is usually for a 5-game set, and we are only in the second set here. So absolute domination by Denver at the net.
A service error by the Cyclones will help the Wolverines out a little bit here. 13-6 advantage, and the Wolverines will serve. This is Abby Jensen. Almost got it. Jensen with quite the brace on her right knee. Channing Johnson goes behind her head to set up and drops it in for Maya Rosecrans. (14-6). Alania Akers, one of the few seniors on this team, I think of 3 seniors on the team, is on the serve. Back to the other side. Good dig by Norton on the back line. Kill was by Murch, or kill attempt was by Murch. Now Murch tries again. Norton's there. Lobbed up in the air, and the dig couldn't be gotten to. Nice play from Dike-New Hartford. Ash is there. I will say, just from early showing, I think Denver knew coming into today, you had to play one of your best games of the season, and it sure does look like they're doing just that.
They continue to get better and better, and they are sharp today.
Ash able to dump that one back over top, 14-8. And I'm sure it was Denver in a way might be happy they lost to Dike-New Hartford in the most recent meeting, because then it's like, okay, now you still can't mess with them. They're still very good. Have to respect them, and it maybe helped them out when planning out this game. Sent back over, and here come a couple points by the Wolverines. Have you seen anything they're changing?
They're making fewer errors.
Yeah.
Is what they're doing. They're doing things well in every aspect of the game.
Which in their wins, they didn't make a ton of errors. So that's just easy statistics for you. There's another violation. 4 hits, 4 straight points for Dike-New Hartford. Attack in the middle by Murch. Now sent back over. Denver trying to slow the run here. And that'll help. Maya Rosecrans again.
Yes, really nice out-of-system ball, which means the second ball is not set by the setter. It was the libero, Elena Akers, who puts up a really nice ball to the right side. Assist Akers.
Bump up in the middle. Kill attempt goes long for Keely Cotton, the junior.
I was hoping for that one to go in and just to make this game a little bit tighter. A 4-point spread instead of the 6-point spread that we have now.
She had a great attack on it, but just missed it long. That's, again, a couple attack errors tonight for Dike-New Hartford. That's been the difference maker. There's somebody who's getting back into it a little bit, Maddie Buskell. Lead is back down to 5. A lot of game yet to be played, but Denver trying to take a 2-0 lead here in this one. Norton lobs across and net at the net. Keely Cotton back within 4. Wolverines have tied their point total from the first set. And they, just from the eye test, definitely playing better, but trying to keep up. Grace Mullahan on the kill.
Yes, Izzy Norton had the nice push to the deep corner, but good defense by Denver kept it alive, and then Grace Mullahan, another kill out of the middle.
Madeline Hildebrandt out for the Cyclones here with a 5-point advantage in set number 2. That one a little awkward. We're able to pick it up thanks to Izzy Norton. Here comes a middle row attack that is blocked back and pushed across. That was a great attempt by Cotton to block it, and then Cotton goes right back to it.
That's a fun one for Keely Cotton.
Ruby Varney, the freshman libero, is on to serve. Awkward ball in the middle. It's a free one. Set up by Varney. Now Ruby sets up to Buskell. Trying to get it over top of the block. Attacked by Mullahan. Now back to Norton. Blocked back. Channing Johnson with the block. Seen a couple of those, just kind of duo blocks. Only a couple solo, we said, but the assist blocks are up there.
Yes, if 2 go up, even if one person is the only one that touches it, they both get credit. That's the triple block.
Yeah, attack.
Again on the middle.
Didn't go that time for Mormon. Now Varney goes back behind, and Norton got it in. Wolverines hanging around here, 18-14 in set number 2.
I like the fight of the Wolverines.
Can never count them out. I believe this is Meester. The 9 kind of scrunches into a 4, but I think it's a 9. Yep. Mullahan comes up and gets it blocked back for a second. Good play defensively by the Wolverines. Back to a 3-point game.
Yes, Shannon Mormon there taking care of things at the net.
Long ball in the middle. Channing sets up and dumped across easily from Miley Thurm. Hadn't called her name there in a few minutes, but that time pops back up, 19-15.
Usually teams don't utilize their middles this often and this well. And Miley Thurm is having a blast out there, scoring so many points, getting so many balls defensively and offensively.
Izzy Norton. Really nice play, but an even better job by Denver to keep up with it. Here's a push across by Addie Jocelyn. That goes.
In this 6-2 offense that Dike-New Hartford is running The setters are never in the front row so that they can never jump and try to tip that over. They have to be sneaky and conceal it as long as they can. So wise play by Jocelyn.
Miley Thurm again. Might as well just keep on giving it to her.
Her cheek's going to be sore because she keeps smiling and smiling. She's really having fun.
Denver is the first one to 20 again here in set number 2. Trying to take off here. That one put in the net. We're trading points, which is not really what Dike-New Hartford wants to be doing. They want to go on a run.
Bailey Mullahan takes a break here with the substitution in the back row for her.
Serve on the way by Abby Jensen. Trying to get the Wolverines back into it. A little bit of an awkward knock across there by Murch. Cyclones set back up. Now pushed over to the other side. Well-placed ball by Maya Rosecrans, who has been so good in that one area. Cyclones back up by 4. This will be Akers. The libero on the serve. Clones are 4 away here from taking a 2-0 lead. Backside ball. Not quite there. Norton from the middle. Now set back up to Rosecrans. Volley continues. Rosecrans tries again. Good pickup on the other side by Meester. That one somehow didn't go long. What a play by Akers, or Murch, excuse me. The volley continues. Pushed over in the middle.
A long volley here going on. So much momentum.
And perfectly done again by Rosecrans.
If it works once, it'll work again. Rosecrans goes.
It is amazing in a long volley like that how fatigue quickly, it settles in. You can start to see a little slower, a little slower, a little slower. The hits didn't get as strong.
Right, the transitions weren't there. You have to force yourself to do a full transition every single time, and it moves so fast that you can't.
Nice kill by Keely Cotton, the junior. Back within 4 here, 22-18. Wolverines on the serve here. Popped up in the air, Channing. Got it. A little bit of a back and forth. Channing set it up for Grace Mullahan. Denver is 2 away.
Oh, those middles. Fantastic.
Maya Rosecrans. Great serve and drop back over with ease by Grace Mullahan. Set point for the Cyclones.
I noticed that she did not try to hit that ball. She just redirected it to where the defense wasn't.
Substitution, IMT insurance substitution. Riley Reeks is in. Maya Rosecrans will serve for the Cyclones. 2 players collide. Nicely dropped in by Ash. Boy, Aubrey's fun. Just a freshman, very talented.
Fast arm swing. It's a quality kill.
That's the thing for the Wolverines. They got a lot of good young talent.
They do, and she hasn't just stuck with the top 7. She's going deep into her roster, trying and giving an opportunity to a lot of players.
Set point. That one lobbed over. Varney picks it up in the middle. Here's Norton. Johnson over to the other side for Murch, and got it. Denver takes set number 2 and leads 2-0 overall over 4th-seeded Dike-New Hartford. The number 1 seeded Cyclones lead and will have a chance to clean sweep the Wolverines. We'll be right back.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament. Denver over top of Dike-New Hartford. Anything standing out on stats? I see a .000 hitting percentage for Dike-New Hartford. That's going to go a long ways. Also, the attack errors.
Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Well,
the good news is Dike-New Hartford has 22 kills.
Yes.
And some powerful, awesome swings. And the bad news is that they have 22 errors, which gives
Denver
them their 0-0-0. 12 errors in the first set, 10 in the second set. And so that is the difference because they're putting up good balls. They're passing it pretty well. But definitely need to figure out a way. And it's not easy against Denver. They have such a big block. You're trying to get around that block. You can't hit through it. So look for them to do what they can to continue to pass well and put up a good ball on the second touch.
4 attack errors for Denver. That's how today has gone. Cyclones trying to get this thing back over, and that works. Grace Mullahan, who had a really good ending of the second set, starts us off at set number 3.
The statistics you're looking at, you have access to them also on the Girls Union website. If you want to go there, you can. We are on court number 1, so it's fun to look at the numbers if you are a number guru like we are.
Blake Walker Joanna settles with you here for this Class 2A semifinal. Beckman Catholic and Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont are in a heavyweight battle over on court number 2. That's 24-24. It's set number 1 over there. Denver starting to get going here once again. Grace Mullahan again.
Grace Mullahan, and Denver truly is dominant. Don't expect anything to change here in set number 3, but Dike-New Hartford sure hopes that it does. They need to utilize their pins a little bit more and mix it up left and right to keep those middles thinking.
Norton got it right past the block. I think they want to get her going just a little bit more. She's had a lot of opportunities.
For sure, but that's just her 4th kill of the day. Typically, she'll have a dozen or so in 3 sets, so she's well below her average.
Good block up front, up against Mullahan. Bailey will try again. Now back line, or from the middle. Up front to Mullahan, good dig. Dug up by Peterson, and sent long, another attack error. Cyclones extend 3-2 here early in the going of set number 3, looking for a sweep. All of Dike-New Hartford's losses this year came in tournament play for the most part. Yes, they never lost a best-of-5 match this season. There's a, despite the losses, well coached.
An impressive statistic.
3-3 all. Mullahan in rhythm.
Yeah, it's a little quicker set. I like it. A quick snap, and she puts it away.
How about Channing Johnson? 2 kills, 16 digs, 18 assists. Has been everywhere, and now she serves. And just over and out of reach for, I believe that was Shannon Mormon. Ekman Catholic drops set number 1 to Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont over on court number 1. That one's blocked back. Miley Thurm again. Cyclones quickly jump on top 6-3.
Wolverines having a difficult time finding somewhere to go, maybe to tip up and over, tip corners, try something else that might work.
And I think a lot of people just shocked because we just haven't seen this from a Dike-New Hartford team in recent years. I mean, it's just not. Dike-New Hartford comes here and everyone's like, all right, 3-0 game, move on.
The Peterson twins were there for 6 years, it felt like, and then their sisters were there. The other set of twins were there for so long. So a new era for them.
And for Denver, they have just been on the wrong end of it as another kill drops in for Maya Rosecrans. I read the stat coming in. The last 29 times these two teams have played, Dike-New Hartford has won 28 of them. Denver's only win against them came this year, and even then they still lost another to Dike-New Hartford. So this team has seen their season end several times thanks to Dike-New Hartford. That one's off for Varney, and right now the Wolverines just look lost.
And there's a whole club of us that have had our seasons end from Dike-New Hartford. They've taken away so many.
Add yourselves to the list. But right now, I mean, that's what it is. A Denver team that you feel like frustration has pent up for years. And now finally out on the court today are like, you know what? Let's just get it done and go away and have a chance at a championship. They continue to pour it on with Bailey Mullahan. And this time, Dike-New Hartford not taking timeouts.
Coach Harm stays calm.
I don't think I've ever seen her not calm. That one high
But you've
in the
never
air.
seen her down 10-3 in a 3-set, about to be swept.
Channing Johnson sets up in the middle. Good block by Shannon Mormon. Wolverines get it back here, trailing 10-4. Going to have a bit of a ways to climb here. Izzy Norton will serve. Johnson backside and lobbed over. That one drops in. Couple points right in a row. That time Aubrey Ash is in there.
Sometimes you don't need timeouts.
No. One at a time. That one almost would have been out. Miley Thurm makes them pay for it. I think it would have been out. And then they save it, and then Miley Thurm sends it back.
It's one thing to save it. It's another thing to set the other team. That almost scared me, especially with Thurm up there. She can really crush it. You have to do kind of a J stroke to keep that ball on your side, especially when it's the first touch.
Bailey Mullahan was on the serve. They set up on the other side. Nice dig by Mullahan, but not enough to get back to it. Again, Shannon Mormon.
Good, Mormon, that was wise. They ran a 6, so a quick set behind the setter, very effective.
Comfortable lead for now for the Cyclones, at least in this set. 2-0 overall. You'll take that every day. Set up in the middle by Jocelyn, and that one's long. Another attack error. That will be 25 for Dike-New Hartford. 5 for Denver. And Akers will serve. The lead is 6. And the Dike-New Hartford crowd as quiet as you could ever hear them. Trying to look for some momentum here. They've had a couple good runs put together. Holohan just continuing to put pressure on the front. Channing Johnson back behind her and spiked into the net by Maya Rosecrans.
During that volley, I like the back row set to Izzy Norton. We haven't seen that much this match.
Lucy Varney on to serve, one of the senior captains for the Wolverines. There's Ruby Varney, a freshman. Somehow saved. And playing on. Norton from the middle. Johnson sets up. Mullahan just barely catches the back corner. Rosecrans in on the serve. Wolverines set it up. That one just barely drops in. Wolverines take it. A little bit of an awkward possession there for Denver. Wolverines take advantage of it. Don't forget, at the conclusion of this one, Class 1A semifinals. Ankeny Christian will take on Riverside here on court number 1. That one awkwardly off the hands of number 23. That is Haley Wilson, the senior. Well, you want to talk about a dynasty kind of in the making, and really looks like might be the last year of it, but Ankeny Christian going to go for 3 straight state titles. I remember when they were all sophomores and they came out and really put it on, and you're like, oh my gosh, they're going to keep doing this.
They are. They had just started, and Katie Quick.
Yeah. Oh,
yes, they are so much fun to watch. I enjoy that. It's a different style of play at 1A, but she is so crafty. Yeah, so many great setters here on display at the state tournament, but she's one of Iowa's finest.
They cruised against Don Bosco. Their match was in under an hour, one of the quickest matches the state tournament has ever seen. Bailey Mullahan dropping the hammer. 15-9 Denver. Ten away from punching their ticket to the state championship.
I think Bailey Mullahan has hit the ball harder and harder and harder, and I love that competitiveness within her.
That was a good serve by Hilda Brandt. Better recovery by Dike-New Hartford. That one, that works for Izzy Norton.
Yes, Channing Johnson didn't get her right hand out enough to get that block turned back in bounds.
Varney on the serve. Good block up front by the 11 and 12, Norton and Mormon. Norton just long on another attack error.
That's a great idea, though. I love the offense that Harms is trying to run. They take the outside hitter and give her a different look, give her more court from the middle. It just didn't connect and didn't fall.
You surprised Coach Harms hasn't used the timeout here, or just kind of letting her girls work through it?
No, it's fine.
The lead is 6. Couple awkward plays. They have to get it across. They do. Good effort there by the Wolverines. Mullahan pushes to the far corner. Good save by Jensen. And again, just a little long. Norton thought it was touched. It was not. 17-10.
Because there's nothing wrong with their effort. They're working hard.
Yes.
They're doing their best. If there's an effort issue, that's when you need a timeout. Or if they're worn out, and they're not. They're fighting.
And sometimes you're just outmatched. Denver has come to play today. This season, Denver has come to play. It's been an unbelievable year. That one's put in the net 18-10. And as we say that, Coach Harms and Dike-New Hartford will take a timeout. 18-10. Denver on top of Dike-New Hartford. We'll be right back.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament. Denver on top 2-0 overall, 18-10. Here in set number 3, the Cyclones are closing in on a sweep against the Wolverines. And based off the winning streak before this season by Dike-New Hartford, I'm going to say it's been a long time. Like, I'm talking maybe 4 or 5 years plus since Dike-New Hartford has been swept in a best-of-5 match. Norton got it in off the block. 18-11.
Good, that timeout is just what she needed. Coach Harms talked directly to her, talked about what she needed to do. She needed to get up more, get her feet in front of her, not broad jump where you take off one place and land in another, but get your feet under you, jump straight up and hit the ball hard, and there she did it. So good timeout by Coach Harms.
High in the air. Cyclones able to corral it. Will have to have a free ball across. Jocelyn sets up in the middle and dropped in. Shannon Mormon. Couple points right in a row. It's got to make you feel good after a timeout when it's called by a coach that you're like, all right, now we're starting to get it. Couple good plays here by the Wolverines. Channing Johnson sets up in the middle. A good block up front by Mormon. Now they go back to Norton. In the air, good dig. Not enough, though. That's 3 straight points for the Wolverines.
Yes, and 2 by Norton coming out of the timeout.
Two 2-0 lead overall for the Cyclones. That one is long on a service error. Looking at a couple assists, Channing Johnson continues her phenomenal day. 3 kills, 16 digs, 24 assists. 10 digs for Hildebrandt, 8 kills for Thurm, 6 kills for Bailey Mullahan. Again, a service or an attack error. That is 28 on Dike-New Hartford. 29, excuse me.
29, yeah. Shannon Mormon, she had a hiccup and a giddy up right there. I don't know what happened. She lost her footing, or the timing was just off.
Jocelyn sets up Norton off the block, won't go. Now back to the other side and pushed over by Rosecrans. Thurm almost got it across. Set up, pushed over. Gonna be tough to go get it. Varney does. A couple good long volleys here, I will say that. Both teams have been working hard on a couple of these. Norton, blocked back by Thurm.
That's the style of Denver.
Just looking at block numbers, 22 block assists for Denver.
Wow.
None for Dike-New Hartford.
2 block solos and 2 block assists, a total of 24, and we're not done yet.
Mullahan, was it touched? No, it was not. Dike-New Hartford takes the point, 21-14. 2-0 overall, Denver on top. Trying to close things out here. That one just misses the line.
She's gone deep twice now. Bailey was on the left. Now she moves over to the right side. Now she's going to go back over to the left. Trying to keep mixing things up.
Izzy on the serve. They set up and drop down by Miley Thurm. Whoever plays Denver in the title game, if Denver can finish this off, they're going to have an answer for Miley Thurm.
Yes, but it was the great passing and a great set to be able to run a quick on the serve receive.
Denver is 3 points away from a state championship appearance. Up top. Nothing quite there. Now bounced over. Near side ball, locked up. Rosecrans was in there. And a nice job up front by Shannon Mormon. Able to dump it over.
Yes, not much Denver could do in that situation.
22-16. Channing Johnson is one dig away from 20 digs. Wolverines trying to hang in tight here. Far side ball into the net for Cotton. Wolverines back within 5.
Yeah, that set was overshot a little further than Murch wanted it.
Channing Johnson, awkward play at the net. Point will go to the Wolverines. So here comes a late push by Dike-New Hartford here, stringing together a couple points. Another serve by Mormon. Johnson to Thurm. That's all you had to do.
Yes, they tried to go middle on the last one, and the ball was too tight for the net. And the setter, Channing Johnson, was in the back row, so she couldn't attack. And I was figuring that they would go right back to Thurm because it's a great combination.
23-18. Set up in the middle, and that one's going to go awkwardly off of the grasp of Alania Akers. Back down to a 4-point lead. Beckman Catholic trailing Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont 1-0 overall, 14-10 over on the other court. Beckman leads. That's who the winner of this game will play. Channing Johnson sets up to the other side. Good block back up front. Channing comes back over for Murch. Wolverines keep it in. Murch again, nothing going. Now back over to Buskell, and out it goes. 23-20. Wolverines not going away here. Trying to send this thing to a 4th. To the other side, blocked back, but a point for the Wolverines. 23-21. Coach Jamie Johnson says, all right, let's think about it. Timeout on the floor. Denver leads. We'll stay right here. I mean, you're 2 points away. What do you tell a team who's 2 points away, who's up 2-0, besides, hey, let's focus and finish?
Yes, this team is not giving up. If you thought you were going to walk away with this third set, you're wrong. So stay focused, make that good pass, make that extra effort, and let's finish this thing in 3.
They brought up that they're not a team to get swept. And also on the line, the crazy stat that in Class 2A, either Western Christian or Dike-New Hartford has been the state champion every single year dating back to 2010. 2009, it was Mount Vernon who finally won it. But either Dike-New Hartford or Western Christian has won it. Western Christian's moved up to 3A, so that's not possible this year. And then Dike-New Hartford on the ropes here, so could be seeing some history change here. 23-21. Does Dike-New Hartford have enough? Johnson sets up near side and picked up in the middle. Varney backside to number 7, Aubrey Ash. And Ash couldn't get it, and it is set, match point for the Cyclones.
Yes, it didn't clear the net, so that is 4 touches, and it's game point for Denver, which is also match point.
Near side to Ash, knocked up. It'll be Murch to the back corner and goes long. Wolverines within 2. And it will be Abby Jensen on to serve for the Wolverines. Two-point lead. Set, match point, up to the middle. Up in the air, that was Mullahan. Here's Norton. Nothing there yet. Channing sets up to Murch. Wolverines keep it. Norton got it through the block. 1-point game. what was it, 18-10 at one point?
Yes, quietly. Dike-New Hartford has creeped back into this.
23, still set point here. Johnson sets up to Murch, and it's not going to go.
And this is the loudest all day that we've heard the fans of Dike-New Hartford. That's something to cheer about.
Coach Johnson will call another timeout, tied at 24. We'll stay here. Boy, I mean, what a fight by Dike-New Hartford. I mean, they literally brought the bracket out and were getting ready to take it over to Denver side, and I just saw them put it back behind. Aaron Kirtley's over there. They're like, all right, we're going to put that back over there.
Hey, you never know what can happen. I love the fight of the Wolverines, and we called a game earlier where the one team won the first 2 sets and then lost the next 3, so it can happen. You never know what can happen.
It's just, this has been so one-sided. Now, the number has gone up significantly. It was 30 errors to 5. Now it's 31 to 13. So Denver's starting to slip a little bit.
Yes, their hitting percentage has dropped a lot.
So here we go. We're playing to 26. Now both crowds are on their feet. And it's just set number 3. Denver doesn't have their back up against the wall, but you know they'd love to at least finish this thing right now. Serve on the way. Channing Johnson sets up to Murch, and she drops it in. Match set point for the Cyclones. A couple more IMT Insurance in substitutions checking in. They get Bailey Mullahan back in, and they get Madeline Hildebrandt back in. Here we go. Match set point. Serve on the way. Barney in the middle. Goes over to Norton. Johnson sets up. Mullahan, yes! For the first time in 15 years, there will be a new Class 2A champion. Denver defeats Dike-New Hartford in a unbelievable sweep. 3-0. Wow. Wow. And boy, they got every single fight from the Wolverines till the very last blow. And the Wolverines just can't quite finish it. And will finish the season at 30-16 and miss out. And for the first time, no Dike-New Hartford and no Western Christian will appear in the Class 2A title game. Your trophy presentation taking place down on the court. Aaron Kirtley, our director with the Girls Union, will come on and present the trophy to the Dike-New Hartford Wolverines and Coach Diane Harms.
Sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU, our Assistant Director Madison Melchert and Executive Director Aaron Gerlich. Congratulations, Head Coach Diane Harms and the Wolverines from Dike-New Hartford on an outstanding 2024 volleyball season.
Joy Burkle with an ace serve. Point Beckman Catholic.
And now, Maya Rosecrans, would you advance your team on the bracket to the championship match?
Point.
28 out of the last 29 had been won by the Wolverines. Make it 28 of the last 30. Denver has beaten Dike-New Hartford now twice in 2024. And the most important time comes here at the end as the Wolverines drop this one to the Cyclones. And really, Joanna, if you're a Cyclone fan, you're not surprised because this team has been so good all season long. They took care of business, and really, it wasn't a question. Denver moves on.
They do. They're so solid at every position. But a huge middle block by both of their middle blockers with Grace Mullahan and Miley Thurm. They played so well today. Channing Johnson does a great job of running their offense, and then so many hitters, especially with Bailey Mullahan. But Rosecrans played well, and then Akers in the back row does such a nice job as well. Murch played big today, so many people playing well. And Coach Jamie Johnson, she's been patient for 9 years to get to this point. So congratulations, Coach Jamie Johnson and the Denver Cyclones.
Denver will play the winner of Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont, and Beckman Catholic tomorrow at 4:45. You can catch that on Iowa PBS. That will do it for us. For our producer, Peter Tarpey, she's Joanna Settles. I'm Blake Walker. Good working with you all day today. Reese on camera as well. Peter was trying to talk to me. Reese on camera as well. We appreciate everyone, our entire staff. We will catch you back for Ankeny Christian and Riverside in about 40 minutes. Thank you for watching the Iowa Girls State Volleyball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.